Okay, so I'm pretty sure that YouTube hates my channel. They pretty much don't bother pushing my thumbnails out to anyone much anymore. So if this channel ever were to make it, it'd be from good viewers like you, going the extra mile and interacting and forcing YouTube algorithm to push my videos out. But anyway, in this video, I want to try and give some valuable advice. I also want to show you how I deal with riding into the sun. And later on in the vid, I'm going to ride into the sun and show you some amazing looking trees. Let's get on to this. I want to share something today which could interest riders and non-riders, whoever you are, watching or sharing this video. Might, and I emphasise might, help someone out. I'm just going to pull up down here. I want to extend the camera on the back. Means I've got to unhitch the jacket. Always happens, done it when you want to go, you're ready to go, you get down the street and you've forgotten to do something. Never mind. At least you get a view of my bike. No, that should be alright. Hopefully it'll stay there. Let's get the tether back on and get going. So as much as I hate using the word, there seems to be a bit of a pandemic of sadness, of misery, of people just not liking their lives. And while I'm no expert, and I certainly won't be able to prescribe you any profit-making drugs, I do, however, have one easy tip that has worked real well for me in my life. So here goes. We should all ask ourselves a question. Who promised us a life full of only happiness? Think about it. Many of us tend to think that we should live a life full of only happiness. For some reason, we feel that we are owed this as a birthright or something. And as soon as something bad happens or life throws up a challenge, we feel hard done by. I know I've felt this way myself in the past. We feel as though life is picking on us just because we are not experiencing the peak happiness that we feel we deserve. Now, let's get onto the highway. I like the sound of this bike accelerating. It doesn't accelerate very quickly, but it does make a good noise doing it. So, but what if there is another way of looking at life? Look at it maybe this way. I think that a life well lived is a life where we get to collect as many different experiences as possible during our time on earth. If we only expect to experience happiness, Aren't we cheating ourselves out of experiencing all of the other emotional experiences by only wanting happiness? Aren't we cheating ourselves out of a fuller life? I'll tell you a little story. I was in love with a girl. It's not recently. We're talking prehistoric here. The Flintstones were my neighbours, right? Another time, another state. Anyway, everything was going great. She was the type of girl that I could see myself spending a lifetime with. Well, one day, a handsome male model came into her life. Well, pretty quickly, I was out and she was off chasing him. Now let me tell you, I was left broken hearted. Now I'd been in and out of relationships before, but this heartbreak seemed way more severe. There was a point where this negative feeling could have taken over my life. I mean, I could have really wallowed in this misery. But something clicked, and this way of thinking has helped me through life ever since. The heartbreak felt so painful, like a gut punch every time I breathed, and then almost in an instant it changed. How? Well, I caught myself thinking that this was the worst feeling that I have ever had. I've never felt this bad before. So that's a bad thing, right? I'm going to have to ride this sadness out, and I'll probably wallow in this misery for months. Maybe it will scar me forever. Maybe I'll get over it eventually. What else can I do? Well, this is where the script got flipped for me. My mind said, oh wow, wait a minute. This is the worst feeling that I've ever experienced by far. Oh my God, this is the worst feeling that I've ever felt. And you know what? That is friggin' amazing. In a life that is measured by lived experiences, I have just received a great gift. I have experienced this most powerful emotion. It felt like it wanted to wreck me. Yes, it was negative, but it was still an experience of life, and I had witnessed it. I had lived it. I got to add that experience of heartbreak to my CV of life. And you know what? Instantly, and I do mean instantly, 1 minute I was wallowing in poor me feelings, and the next minute I was smiling and almost ecstatic. So I was almost ecstatic because I had been able to collect such a powerful emotional response. Am I crazy? Well, you tell me, but it worked. The misery was defeated, replaced by a strange feeling of being thankful. Will it work for others? Why not? Is it worth a try? Bloody oath it is. Why suffer misery when with a little change of perspective you might be able to get a completely different outlook? Keep an eye out on these roads for potholes. We've had a ton of rain recently and some Sometimes the road throws up surprises and it's gone to hell full of potholes. But maybe such a simple thing as a change in the way we view experiences gravel. A change in the way we view experiences could help some of us through the bad times. Yes, I believe it is worth trying. You see, the most powerful thing about us, it's not those back muscles, it's not those leg muscles. Our most powerful weapon as human beings, it's our mind. Our mind controls how we think, and how we think controls our responses to life's challenges. Now the big thing is, our mind, like every other organ or muscle, needs to be looked after. Just like we look after our cars and bikes. We also need to look after our minds. If we don't put any effort into training our mind to be resilient, if we don't look after our mind by setting guardrails for it, then if left alone, our human minds can become weak and dark. Our minds can just become watchers of life, victims of life. Our minds end up just standing by, being content to allow us to be hammered by life's obstacles without ever... Oh shit, what's up ahead here? Holy crap, there's some big potholes there. Yeah, so our minds, if we don't look them after them, they end up just standing by and being content to allow us to be hammered without ever fighting back. Does that make sense? We have to tell our minds what we expect of them. We have to train our minds and give them little wins so that our minds can learn to handle bigger obstacles. Like, maybe it's cold today. I feel miserable. No. It's cold today, but I am happy that I get to experience this. Let's fucking go. Flip the script. That's a little win for the mind. Oh crap, I've got a sink full of washing up. I hate washing up. No, that's bullshit. Stop thinking like that, mind. I can stand here and soak my hands in some warm water, clear my thoughts for a while doing these dishes. Awesome, let's get it done. Another little win for the mind. So you can start to tell your mind to turn negatives into positives. Little things at first. It takes time, but it works. But you have to realise, you have to reverse years, maybe even decades, that you might have spent giving your mind no training. Okay, here we come. We're going into the sun now. Normally a pain in the butt to ride like this, but I made a little addition just recently. Most of you have been riding for a while will know what the trick is. So this is it. That's it. It's that simple, guys. Makes a big difference. Just a bit of tape on the top of your visor. Trial and error will tell you how far down to bring it. Just want it up enough, far enough so that you get a good vision, yet low enough so that when that sun hits you, when that sun blinds you, you can just tilt your head down a bit and you can see what's ahead of you. So that's my tip for the day. Like I said, most of you know it, however some might. And it's been a blessing for me to learn that tip. Even though I knew it, I forgot it when I started riding again. So there you go. Anyway, you've spent years of giving your mind no training, right? You have to wake it up. You have to take charge of the recovery process. Surprisingly though, more potholes, it doesn't seem to take too long. It seems as if our minds just need permission to flip the script. But when given that permission, when given a little bit of training, our minds accept the challenge pretty quickly. But we have to consciously command them at the start. After a while, it just happens naturally. Our minds become more resilient. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to be able to handle any adversity and other people seem to fall apart easily? It's the mind that makes the difference. Some people's minds never let them give up. The secret is that all minds can be trained. You are the trainer. You just need to become the instructor for your mind and tell it to start acting the way that you need it to. Now is the point in the video where I can be selling you some kind of course that I've created. But I'm just a guy on a motorbike, sharing what has worked for me. So take it or leave it. Just enjoy your day. But if you don't, remember that shitty day is an experience of life too. Congratulations, you had a shitty day. You are living a full life. And when you get to the end, you will have a full list of experiences on your life CV. Now if you keep watching, I'm going to head down to these trees in a minute that look great in the evening sun. It's worth waiting for. This is a park up here. It was closed due to flooding months ago. And it's still closed. I wonder how long before that'll be reopened. See if I can wake up the dead. Sorry guys. Enjoy your sleep. Okay, so these trees are just up ahead around the corner. You should be able to see how brilliant they look in the setting sun, the low sun. I won't talk much about it. Just give you a chance to enjoy them as I ride underneath. Here we go. That's pretty cool. Okay, thanks for watching, and please help me grow this tiny channel by liking and subscribing. I'm pretty sure the YouTube algorithm hates me, so any growth will have to come from good people like you forcing it to push my videos out. Cheers. Hope to see you real soon.